I want to take some time to talk about a revised structure for our subcontractor daily reporting process. The current way we do it on job sites kind of varies across the board, but the idea is that subs submit a paper copy and a Beck superintendent, field engineer, project engineer, someone on the Beck staff inputs it into CMIC. And this is a potentially good process, but it has the drawback of being quite labor intensive. If you want to get any good usable data from that. So what I'm proposing is that we go to a two-part structure. One is a Google form, and then we also keep the standard paper form. So it is an additional form for the subcontractor to fill out, but I'll show you quickly that it's really not that intense of a process. So what we have here is this is all based in Google Docs. So it's a spreadsheet that you go to, and then you can go to edit our form. So this is the form that the subcontractor, or that we would go into to edit the form. You have the company name, your first name, your last name. How many workers did you have on site today? How many hours did they work? In your handwritten report, did any of the following apply? We were delayed in our schedule, we have upcoming work, we have additional concerns, and then finally, do you have any other comments? This probably took about 5 minutes to develop using the Google interface. So then, when the subs actually went off to fill the form, this is what they'd see. So company name, XYZ Drywall, your first name, Joe Foreman. How many workers did you have on site today? 15, and we worked 8.5 hours. While we're not delayed, we have some upcoming work that requires additional planning and other. Too many forms to fill out. Do you have any other comments? None at this time. Okay. So, Joe Foreman submits his form. Thanks, you're responsible. And we can edit that to make it look a little bit nicer. So what we see from our end is this data right here. XYZ Drywall, Joe Foreman. They had 15 guys on site, and they worked 8.5 hours. What this does is allow us to condense, and then we can see if any of this stuff applied. What this allows us to do is really condense the information that's needed from those daily reports. And if we see that anything else, if we have to refer back to the paper copy, we can always do that. There's a lot of clear benefits to this kind of approach, is that we can get our actual manpower data from our subcontractors and compare that back to a baseline schedule. We can see the results of discussions we've had with management of our subcontractors to see how manpower changes, and just try to catch any upcoming issues, get some red flags called out to us, where we have upcoming work that requires special attention. One of the issues with this approach is that not all of our subcontractor foremen have access to the internet and computers. What I'm proposing here is that we put a $300 netbook in like a safety trailer or in a conference room somewhere, so that the foreman can go in there at the end of each day and take his few minutes, fill out a couple of the forms that we're developing, and that $300 investment is going to have massive payback over the lifetime of a project and across all of our projects, to be gathering some truly meaningful data that we can analyze and to improve our process. So thanks for your time. I would appreciate any comments or feedback that you have on this process.